Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My name is Connor. I'll be your host for today's live stream. I hope you've all had an amazing day, or if it's morning right now, wherever you are in the world, hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing good. Let's get right into this live stream. We are pre-FOMC, around 20 hours away, as we can see here on Forex Factory. Wednesday, September 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the FOMC statement, economic projections, etc., and then the press conference afterwards at 2:30. All right, so this is crunch time. This is the moment of truth. We've been waiting for this basically for years, since the Fed started to hike interest rates back in November of 2021, and that marked the end of the last cycle and the start of the bear market. Well, here we are. New cycles begin, right? The world is cyclical. Now the Fed is going to cut rates. It's basically guaranteed. The market is betting on a 50-plus basis points decrease for interest rates, all right? They're banking on basically 0.5%. This is a mixed varying opinion. Some people are saying it's only going to be 25 basis points decrease. Sorry, not increase, decrease. And with that, we do have some crazy things happening. We have Senator Elizabeth Warren, who has been largely anti-crypto for the past 4 years. Well, she's calling for a 75 basis point decrease for tomorrow's FOMC. All right. She's basically saying that, we're entering dire times, and the Fed basically needs to really cut rates here because the economy is kind of getting out of hand. So crazy times, and Zero Hedge calling it election interference, whatever. All I know is that we're guaranteed at this point to see a decrease in interest rates with tomorrow's FOMC. So I only care about how the market is going to react to this economic data. I do expect it to be largely volatile. All right, so let's get into Bitcoin here and our key levels, have them mapped out for you guys so that you know what to look for as we head into FOMC tomorrow. Before we get into this price action, I want to go over a tweet by Moneytar saying that it's been a while since the flash wicks on the lower time frames and monthly time frames. We'll see some soon. T-minus 20 hours. All right, so basically he's saying that we're going to get some crazy volatility tomorrow. All right, and I do agree with this. I think it's going to be largely volatile in both directions. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin here on the daily time frame. And the main thing here for BTC is we did actually just reject today off of our 100 simple moving average on the daily time frame up here at $61,350. All right, this is today's daily high price. We have since then pulled back below last week's high as well, as we can see here in the charts, right? Pulled back below last week's high. So we're basically in a very critical area, and I want to give you guys the main levels I'm looking at. You already see higher. We have $62,350. Notice the golden pocket here held as resistance. I'll just draw this fib again for you guys so that you clearly understand how I got it. All right. So as you can see, I took the low to the high. We get our fib retracements of this move down. The golden pocket held as resistance its first tap. Today, price broke through it. Just above, we have the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement at 62,350. We also have the quarterly open right up there at this level. All right, key resistance up here. Good chance this does get tested at some point tomorrow with FOMC. Now to the upside, this still stands. Once we're back above 68.5K, it's full bull mode, like full bull market mode. All right, so we're going to see what does actually play out. I do expect to sell the news event personally, but we're going to find out. We will find out. If we do end up pumping, though, and we get some kind of crazy volatility to the upside, and we close above 68.5K, we're in full bull mode, and I would expect new all-time highs very urgently. Now, to the downside, let's go ahead and drop our time frame to the 4-hour. To the downside, really the major kind of level is the Monday mid-range. That's at around 58,300. I would say 58,300, 58,500 is the main level we should be focused on as we head into FOMC tomorrow. All right, we know they're going to decrease interest rates. The market wants a 50 basis point reduction. If we get a 25 basis point reduction, maybe the market won't favor that. So maybe we'll see, a quick decrease in price. The main level, again, is 58.5K. If we do end up losing 58.5, that's right here. If we do say end up losing 58.5 and we're below it, we get a daily close below this level, then all of this is on the table again. All of this. The wick low at 49K, the yearly open at 42K, it's all back on the table. If we hold above 58.5K, I don't see us revisiting these lows. But that's the main thing I'm really watching, right? That you can call that the point of control, the POC. 58.5K, that's the level to watch. Below it, bearish. Above it, bullish. It's very, very simple. And with that being said, in terms of long-term value for Bitcoin, anything below 60K I see is good long-term value, but obviously you want to get the lowest price possible. So if we go back below 58.5, I would say to hold out and wait for the low 50s at the very, very least. If not, sub 50 to the lows over here, 49, or possibly even the yearly open at $42,000. All right, so that's what I'm seeing here on BTC. Had a volatile day. We had a nice push up, swept the highs over here, swept the previous week high. We're still above the Monday high, as you can see, as well as the weekly open. So we're green on the week, we're green on the day, we're green on the month. However, we have the biggest day of the month tomorrow. All right, so really, everything has been setting up for tomorrow as it stands right now. One thing to be watching always is the dollar, especially as we head into kind of these major economic events. And the dollar here is looking pretty bearish, if you ask me. All right, and a bearish dollar is very bullish for risk on assets like Bitcoin and altcoins. So if we can actually hold above on the DXY, the Dixie, if we can continue to stay below 101, that's our major line. I'm expecting this to head lower. All right, but of course, tomorrow's economic data can cause some major volatility for the dollar. Maybe the dollar spikes tomorrow because, again, typically interest rate cuts are short-term bearish, long-term bullish. So if we get a dollar spike tomorrow, that's going to cause a pullback in equities as well as Bitcoin and crypto. Anyways, back above 101, we got to be slightly careful, but even still, we have the yearly open over here at 101.4, as well as these levels over here at 101.8. I would expect a rejection either from the yearly open or up here, the monthly open areas, and then this will head down lower. Okay, so I'm bearish on the dollar, but if this pumps up, here's how you want to play it. I'm a bull, I'm bullish. All right, so we either want to be ready for a rip up in risk on assets, or we want to be ready to buy the pullback. All right, I wouldn't do anything drastic. I wouldn't FOMO into anything. Pullbacks at this point in time, it's crunch time. The election is less than 2 months away. We're getting to the point in the cycle where we typically start to accelerate. At this point in time, dips are for buying, and the window is closing largely. So if the dollar spikes, be looking to buy dips. That's the main thing you should get out of this analysis right here in the Dixie. You see the dollar spike, look to buy your favorite coins, look to add some more, look to DCA. The dollar falls, well, ideally, you're already well positioned, and maybe you can buy more on breakouts. But nonetheless, that's how I would suggest playing it. I can't give you financial advice. You should make your own decision. But dips are most certainly for buying at this stage in the crypto market cycle. And, if you can have the basically mental fortitude to just last a little bit longer here, I think you're going to get paid out massively over the coming months as we head into Q4 as well as Q1 of next year. But it's certainly been very slow. It's been a very brutal past 6 months. But again, the window is closing, and more likely than not, this time period is actually coming to an end. Keep an eye on Doge, guys. Keep an eye on Doge. Reason I say that, so remember how I was saying the payment narrative is a thing that you don't really hear a lot about? Well, just yesterday, we had this news come out about UK finance as well as member banks doing some experimental phases of tokenization on a CBDC platform. All right, Barclays, Citi, HSBC, and NatWest participate in the Regulated Liability Network test phase of a tokenization and CBDC platform. The program identified improvements in economic value and enhanced functionality. Well, look, we know they want us to own nothing and they want us to be happy, but that's obviously not going to happen. How can you be happy when you're a complete slave? But anyways, CBDCs goes hand in hand with payment narratives. They want to control it. They want full power over everything. Bitcoin obviously does change that to an extent, although everything is public on the public ledger. But nonetheless, all of the CBDC talk, it makes me bullish on kind of payment narrative coins. And look, at some point, Dogecoin does fall into that narrative because of Elon Musk, right? Dogecoin is basically his project at this point. And look, Elon is the richest guy in the world. He's not stupid. He likes to leave clues and code things. So he's not just going to say Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. He uses Dogecoin basically as kind of like a Trojan horse for Bitcoin. That's how I see it, at least. And Dogecoin right now, it just, you can see the sketch. It's not the best sketch here, but triple bottom, inverse head and shoulders, whatever you want to call this, this is gearing up for a big, big move. So again, dips are for buying. You have the wick low down here at 8 cents. If you see anything below yearly open at 8.9 cents, I think that's amazing value for Doge, because there's a good chance this does push up towards $1 at some point in the cycle. And this is Elon's coin again. He uses Doge as a Trojan horse. Basically, he won't tell people, he won't shill Bitcoin. He'll shill Dogecoin. But to me, that's his way of basically telling the world, like, look, Bitcoin's a serious thing. You should probably pay attention to it. So yeah, Doge right now looks really, really good. I mean, even SHIB, to be honest with you, is not looking bad either on the higher term time frames. The two charts almost look identical, right? You can see they're basically well cooled off after the pump in March earlier in the year, February, March. They've both pulled back significantly, and they're both kind of putting in these triple bottoms or inverse head and shoulders on the daily time frames. This is a sign of accumulation to me, and you can also just draw a pretty simple trend line here. And just be ready for when these break. When these break, it's going to run really violently. And Dogecoin kicked off the 2020, 2021 altcoin season. When Dogecoin ran, that kicked off everything. So that's why I'm bringing it up today. That's why I want to talk about it, because, it's a signal. It's a sign. When Dogecoin pumps, altcoins follow. And that's altcoin season. And they look really, really bullish here in the daily time frames, Doge and SHIB, right? There is the new one on the block. And there's a lot of debate about these two. If we go to our memes, so there's the Nairo CTO coin. And of course, there was the Nairo ETH coin, which apparently was the Cabal coin. But Binance listed this one to, I don't know why. So they could short the Nairo ETH and long this one. I'm not sure. But anyways, Nairo is apparently the new Dogecoin. All right. So some people are classifying this as kind of the new Doge. I see it as a major high-risk bet to Dogecoin, right? A high-risk beta bet. The market cap of this thing is 280 mil. It's up 84% on the day. It's up 15x over the past week. But some are saying that this is the new Doge. So if you're a meme coin connoisseur or a gambler, look into this new Nairo. This one has all the attention. And as you can see on the day, it's up 86%. Also on the day, we have huge movers like Bobo coin, Bobo on ETH. I hope you guys saw the video not too long ago on the channel talking about Bobo around a month ago. This one here, talking about Bobo, top meme coin for the cycle. When I said that, I was not playing around. And if you look at the buy zone here that I had on the chart, 40 to 60 mil, basically came right into that, slightly deviated below it. And now it's pumped 3x in a matter of a few days, like a week. All right. So Bobo on ETH, it's looking really, really good. You love to see the pump. And yeah, I think this one does have a real potential to go up to $1 billion market cap and beyond potentially, but it's moving today. All right. So this is how the crypto market works. Let me just show you guys real quick how the crypto market actually works in case you didn't already know. We do nothing for months on end. It goes down for months on end. And then in a week, it erases months of bearish price action. So that's why you need to have patience, first of all, but you need to understand how the crypto game works. All right. It's not like any other asset class in existence. It will bleed you out dry for 8 months of the year. And then for 2 months, it will eat up all of those 8 months of bearish price action. All right. And as you can see here with Bobo, the perfect example, let's just take some date and time measurements. So for the past, it basically went down for 42 days straight. And then in a matter of 10 days, it made up that 42 days of bearish price action. So that's how crypto works. It accelerates very quickly and it makes up for lost ground very quickly. So that's why you need one balls of steel to be able to buy the dip. You need conviction, but you also need patience to see your investment through, because a lot of people do end up selling the bottom out of fear, right? They'll sell here, they'll sell here, it'll go lower, they'll sell everything, and then bam, a day later it pumps 300% and it erases those months of price action. That's the game. Welcome to it. If you don't have the stomach for it, maybe crypto isn't for you. But if you can understand how it works and position yourselves in assets that have been bleeding out for months, knowing that they can make up for lost ground in a week, 2 weeks, they can multiply and you'll be back in the green. Well, then, maybe this is a decent opportunity for you to make some money here and change your financial life, because that's what the winners do, right? That's what the winners do in this market. The winners play to win. They understand that it is a bit gamified, but the money is very real. And if you have the strategies in place to actually be able to make money from the market, because the market is ever providing, crypto is the best place to be, basically. Skills pay the bills. And if you're if you're just overly emotional, you're not going to have a very good time at all. But anyways, that's how crypto works, guys, especially with altcoins. Literally, months of bearish price action can be erased in a week. So that's why you need conviction on your coins. You need to hold strong. You need to see everything through until the end. Anyways, moving on. Some humor for you. A tweet by Coin Mamba talking about the Ethereum Bitcoin chart and how bearish it is. So long story short, with Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, he got a girlfriend a few months ago. And the second he got a girlfriend, or the day he posted his girlfriend on Twitter, Ethereum has basically been down only. All right. So the joke is, right, like, you get the joke. So here we go. Coin Mamba, he says, apparently Vitalik's girlfriend requested a Birkin bag, showing the price of Ethereum versus Bitcoin just continues to drop down lower and lower and lower. By the way, Bobo, the schematic playing out pretty well here on Bobo. But anyways, ETH Bitcoin continuing to make new lows after new lows, day after day. It is extremely brutal. But what can you do? Good chance this does actually reverse somewhat soon, unless it's completely toast and wants to come back down into the origin of this pump at 3.2 Bitcoin per ETH. But I mean, this thing is well below its daily moving averages, its weekly moving averages. Like, this thing just looks completely toast. It looks done. Stick a fork in it, right? But we'll see how Ethereum does fare here. We will see. Now, in regards to some other positions, altcoins have had a large green day today. We're seeing some really, really nice moves on alts. Turbo, that guy who was in my live stream on Sunday asking about Turbo, I'm sure he's very happy, because Turbo's basically been up only since he got listed on Binance. It's up another 17% today. Past 2 days have been very, very rewarding for Turbo holders, up 50%. Sun performing very well on the day today. Basically grabbed all liquidity here at around 33 to 30 cents. And from that Monday low, it's just been, rocketing up back into its previous range. This is one to watch. Again, Sundog. I made a video on Tron meme coins yesterday. If you haven't watched that video, definitely watch it. This one right here, how to trade meme coins on Tron. Sundog, certainly one to pay attention to. I like it because it's on perps, right? I don't really have much interest holding its spot. I'd rather just trade in and out of it on perps. But nonetheless, keep an eye on this one, especially with FOMC tomorrow. I mean, it's at resistance. It's above its Monday high, and it's putting in bearish divergence. So some signs of weakness, but I wouldn't be too eager to hop into a short right now. Nonetheless, keep your eyes on it. So the Nairo ETH coin, again, the cabal got wrecked here because Binance listed the other one. It's down 54% in a day and a half. I would not want to be in this coin anymore. I mean, there is this scenario where it recovers and pumps, but Binance really killed all momentum with this bad boy. So I would stay away from Nairo ETH, and I would be paying attention to the CTO Nairo, which is a bit nuts, but that's the game. And one more is Tau. So Tau, again, just to summarize Tau here, the most important analysis on Tau is a daily closure above $365. When we get a daily closure above $365, that is when we will see the expansion and we'll make up for, this previous, whoops, didn't mean to do that. We'll make up for this previous, I'm getting trolled right now by my computer, trying to get my control bar off the bottom here. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's not important. But yeah, Tau closes above 365. Expect it to essentially eat up all of this bearish price action over the past 6 months in a very short amount of time. All right. So, time is certainly running out. But again, if Bitcoin drops to the low 50s, good chance you'll be able to scoop up Tau like around 250 and below again. And I think that's a very smart thing to be doing, right? If you're looking for a high probability altcoin, Tau is certainly at the highest of the list. And anything below like 250 is a good deal. Even 322 is pretty good. I think you can still see like 10x returns from current price, possibly much more. But yeah, Tau, most important thing you have to know, a close above 365, and it's all systems go to the upside. Very, very bullish if we do get that closure sometime soon. And, the price currently is not too far away from it at $322. It's like less than 10% away from that key swing high at 365. So have your eyes on that. XRP as well, just to go through some of these charts before tomorrow. XRP is looking like it wants to break out of a multi-year sideways consolidation. I wouldn't be fading XRP right now. Right, when it wants to flip the yearly open, as you can see the yearly open up here at 61, it's likely going to push and get above $1 and start to run pretty hard. As a trader, we want to be looking for these kinds of opportunities. They are asymmetric bet opportunities, basically. We know we're headed into a large bull market cycle here in crypto. We know XRP has been sideways for years. We know this asset, although it doesn't do much, will likely increase in value by multiples. So we want to long it, basically. So yeah, if we get pullbacks again on XRP around 50 cents, I would say the motto should be don't think, just long. Right? Somebody write that on a t-shirt. Don't think, just long. If you see XRP around 50 cents. Very strong opportunity there. But anyways, those are some charts as we head into tomorrow. I mean, we covered the main news, some CBDC news, some news about Elizabeth Warren wanting a 75 basis point rate decrease because she thinks the economy is basically completely toast. We know that there is a large probability chance that we see a 50 basis point decrease. Some big firms like Goldman Sachs are expecting 25 point decrease. We'll see how we go. Anyways, we'll now go ahead and open up the floor to Q&A. And let's see what you guys have in store for me today. Shout out to Kazuya saying, let's go. What's up, Kazuya? We got Silva Dallas saying, let's go, Empire Fan. Markets are cooking, pre-Fed meeting. They are cooking. We got Doles in here. What's going on, Doles? We got Josh Cassidy saying, never seen you before. Good luck on your live, man. I'll be listening all the way back to the shop. Appreciate that, Josh. Thank you, brother. Man with a plan, likes the tank top. Thank you. I appreciate that. Guys, smash up that like button. Thank you, Silva Dollar, for saying that. And Z News says Bobo Billions. That's the idea here. All right, let's go through these meme coins I actually have on this list because they're all actually looking really good. All these meme coins are looking really good to me. You have Pepe here, basically just been going dead sideways since August 5th. 43 days of sideways. We got 3 taps, or 2 taps, I should say, on this trend line resistance. 1, 2. Good chance it breaks on the 3rd. All right. So if we just reject from here and test lower, maybe we'll get the 3rd tap later, but watch for the break of this line because I think the 3rd tap will send it. Brett, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taps of this resistance trend line, basically. Daily closure above this. Granted, it's not a fake out like it has happened previously, but a daily closure above this line expected to get sent. If we do end up getting the dip after FOMC, you have the level here marked out, 5.5 to 4.7 cents. It's money. Bobo schematic, again, playing out beautifully, right? We had the accumulation phase. We had the manipulation phase where price drops down beneath the support of the accumulation range. And now we are getting into the expansion where we expect it to send vertically. It might not go straight up, guys. There's a scenario where it will go straight up, but there's a chance it doesn't and it pulls back. So if you're blessed with a retest, I would be looking to buy that on Bobo. But, the buy zone was given months ago. So if you were ready for it, congratulations. Ponky, if we go over here to Deck Screener, I want to go through all these meme coins real quick because, again, they're looking really good. But Ponky over here on Solana. I don't know why my chart isn't loading, but that's not important. We can basically draw the same thing we had on Bobo here on Ponky, right? The schematic. We'll go ahead and put that on the chart. You have this. Then you got a bit of this. Let's go ahead and change the color of this. I'm not sure how long it will last for, but after the manipulation phase, you get the expansion phase. Very similar to Bobo, right? Long range, going all the way back to May. 3-4 month range. Price breaks beneath the range and just kind of hugs the resistance, the support resistance flip. Right? This is the SR flip over here. These wick lows, all of this. Notice price drops beneath it, but it's hugging it very closely. This is actually very bullish. Expect a reclaim and expect it to send. So as far as I'm concerned, right, Ponky's in a buy zone. 26 cents, sub 25 cents is ideal, but even at 26 cents right now, Ponky's in a buy zone. Redo's pretty quiet here on the weekly if we go to the 3-day. Nice ascending structure here on Redo. All right, you see a 3rd tap of this trend line. That is your buy level. That's a don't think, just long opportunity. If Redo does a 3rd tap of this line at around 29.30 cents, don't think, just long. What else do we got? We got NPC at the bottom of its range. Maybe we get a Bobo situation. Right, I'd be looking out for it. Maybe we get some kind of situation where we get a little manipulation below the range. All the little nerds panic sell, the weak hands get out. And then from there, we get the expansion phase. I'd be looking out for something like that on NPC. But even here at the bottom end of the range, I think it's pretty good. MOG, this thing sunk hard. One of the biggest culture coins in crypto. Right, started the year off hot. It's basically down to its Bitget chart lows, which go back to June. It's not the full chart by any means, but it's basically on the lows of the exchange charts. Discounts, right? Can do over here, 50 million. Ticker Bitcoin as well. If we go to look at Ticker Bitcoin on the weekly, again, similar scenario. You got 1 tap. You got 2 taps. Be looking for that 3rd tap. On the 3rd tap, it is likely going to send. This is a very long accumulation range, folks. A very long accumulation range. I mean, realistically speaking, we're looking at 400 days of accumulation here on ticker Bitcoin. One of these OG memes from the class of 2023, like Pepe, like Bobo. What's another one? Turbo, like Turbo. So yeah, look out for ticker Bitcoin to break this line. And then you have the new Naira, which we already talked about. But yeah, those are like the main kind of critical mass meme coins, the high market cap meme coins. And they're all looking pretty good right now. I expect these to basically send when the market wants to actually move, when Bitcoin allows it. That's the most important thing. Altcoins cannot move until Bitcoin allows it. All right. So when Bitcoin actually allows it, I hope you're positioned, because if you're not, you're going to be forced to buy much higher and your gains will be cut in half, maybe even more. So be looking out for that. But yeah, Z News, Bobo Billions. We got Raul Guru saying, hello, Connor. Here is a Mavia and Miria, please. Good to see you live at 8 a.m. from Sydney, Australia, mate. How you going, mate? Let's see. A real quick glance on the weekly, Miria. I mean, it's forming a pretty clear symmetrical triangle here. I mean, some gaming coins have been moving, so it might be time. Could be. Right, this thing looks like it kind of wants to break, huh? Let's connect this up here. Get a proper trend line connecting the wicks and only the wicks. So you got one tap, two taps. Hasn't quite given a third tap just yet, but you can see the ascending structure on the bottom, higher lows. So yeah, this thing looks like it is gearing up. Again, this is the weekly, so it might take a little bit for this to actually break. But if it does end up losing this line, I mean, there are still actually levels lower. Again, Bitcoin needs to allow it. If Bitcoin doesn't allow it, every altcoin is going to tank. I mean, it's not that far from current price. What is this? Another 30. Potentially, you'll see a 40% drop, but below that, I don't see much. When gaming kicks off, this should do quite well. And then Navi, I know, is a popular game, but I'm pretty sure the tokenomics weren't great. I mean, yeah, you got your bullish divergence on the 3-day. You got your triple bottom structure as well. I mean, this is looking pretty good, man. You got 1, 2, 3, with the middle low being the lowest, right? Sweeping this low. This looks quite bullish over here. These weekly candles look like accumulation. Notice how much they've shrunk, right? Volatility has really died down. Volume has really died down on this thing. So yeah, I mean, look, it looks like great prices to dollar cost average into these gaming coins if that's what you're into. That's really all I can say about these. They look like, you know, they're gearing up for nice moves. So just continue to stack what you want to stack. Naka, same story with Naka. It's the same story. It looks identical to Miria. It looks identical. Descending trendline resistance. You have this ascending structure on the bottom. So DCA, if this is your gaming pick, DCA. Josh says 2 months plus 8 months equals 1 year. Nice math. Did I say that? I don't know, man. I'm talking on the fly. And I was never not that good at math anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if I did that, but whatever. You get what I was trying to say. And Chain GPT. Some people like this AI coin. I'm not the biggest fan personally. Looks like it's right at the 50%. If I had to guess. No, 78.6. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the chart on the weekly, right, it's holding this level basically. So it's at the bottom of this level. If it does break it, you got to be looking over here at 5 to 6 cents. But yeah, it's holding this demand zone. If not, look 5 to 6 cents. We got questions about Cubic. Cubic hasn't changed, my man. Cubic's the same story it was when we last looked at it. It's actually starting to perk up a bit more. Again, I see this Gate.io is the first major exchange listing. Yes, it was listed on Safe Trade, over 1 year ago. Right, weekly here on Cubic, below 2K per billion. I see good value. But yeah, this thing got listed on Gate.io. 7.6K per billion is the high. Again, my expectation, slow grind, round out bottom. I mean, it looks like the bottom's in. We got another triple bottom. A lot of these altcoins have put in this triple bottom structure. One low, second low, lower than the first low, sweeping it. Third low, right? I mean, they all look really good. I mean, altcoins are definitely starting to show a lot of relative strength here. So yeah, I mean, I think my big fat Cubic bag is going to pay off massively personally. And we do have a key pivot high over here, as you can see, at 2K per billion. If we get a daily close above 2K per billion, then we can expect some moves to the upside, making up for lost ground, but still great levels to DCA and Cubic. Thoughts on Arrow? The base coin, I don't like it. It seems like a useless governance coin to me. Johnny G, hi Connor, thanks for streaming again. Could you consider streaming 10 p.m. UK time, which is 11 p.m. in most of the EU? Kindly consider maybe more people will catch it here. Johnny, my man, thank you for that. I believe you guys are 6 hours ahead over there in the UK. Let me double check my world clock. London +5. Okay, so you like this time, you're saying, Johnny, or you want me to do a little earlier? Regardless, I'll consider that. Why is Bobo pumping so hard? It's just how the market works, man. It's all in the charts. It is all in the charts. And that's why I put this up. I was talking about this in the members only live stream on Monday of last week. That's when I drew this schematic. We broke that support. I mean, so many people I could imagine were panic selling down here. Would people panic sell? The whales fill their bags. The whales scoop it up. So that's what the whales did. The weekend sold. The whales scooped it up. Sellers ran out. Price pumps. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. Right? Bitcoin over here in March to October spent around 8 months in this range from basically 25K to 30K, 203 days. Again, currently Bitcoin in this range, 189 days, but it's the same thing as Bitcoin. When price goes to the bottom of the range, the weekend sell, the whales slurp it up. They did it for 6 months here, exhausting all the retail players, getting people to capitulate, thinking we're going to 16K. Then they send it to 75K. Right now we have another basically 7-8 month range. Every time price goes to the bottom of the range, the weak hands get emotional. They panic sell. The whales slurp up their coins. They're going to send this thing to 100K plus. So that's why Bobo pumped the past week. When the weak hands panic sell and the whales fill their bags, you expect price to pump. Shout out to Mr. Sellers Homes. Shout out to Brandon Willis. What is my price prediction for Cubic? I mean, look, I'd expect some much higher prices. I would expect bare minimum, I want 50K per billion. I mean, we can possibly see 6 figures per billion with a crazy, crazy AI hype cycle. But all in all, yeah, I expect much higher from current prices. Crazy wallet, AWT to recover Abyss World. I know this was a very low cap gaming coin, and looking at this weekly chart, it doesn't look great, my man. Can it recover? I mean, if you compare this to the other gaming coins, it looks like trash. So I wouldn't necessarily bank on it. This thing looks toast. Anyways, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed this live. Brandon says, how's life back home? Is great. It is very good. I'm liking it a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. A little pre-FOMC live. I'll be live again tomorrow, probably around the time of FOMC. Again, join the free Telegram group so you don't miss the announcement of the live. Hope you guys enjoyed this one and got something out of it. If you're new here to Crypto Empire, hit the subscribe button down below and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you are interested in learning more from me, check out CryptoEmpireMastermind.com. Link down in the description below. Don't fall for scammer impersonator accounts. Goes without saying. Be smart, be safe out there. But I'll see you all very soon. Hope you enjoyed this live stream. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next one.